Hi, I'm Cesar Santos. I'm here sitting next to my drawing. I just did a video showing you how I thought of planes and the structure of the head as I was looking at a photographic reference, and how to go beyond that flat image to visualize the three-dimensional space in portraiture. That ability to perceive the three-dimensionality of the objects can take us to get really accurate proportions with our bare eyes. Now that I have this drawing as a structure, as the base or a guide, we can use this to transfer it to a canvas if you want to paint on it, or we can also use this to transfer to a better paper if you want to do a charcoal drawing. In this case, this paper is a sketching paper, so it should take pencil very nice. I want to take this drawing to a finished level so you can see how to grasp the real essence of a person, of a portrait, just with graphite. This preview is part of an extensive project, a complete video that I have on my website, cesarsantos.com, showing you the materials I'll be using. I'll talk about how I use them, and also a little trick, something to replace the blending stump that I don't really like, to make those even values with graphite. Also, as I demonstrate, I will show you precise stages that are very useful to create that three-dimensionality of the object. I will talk about how to articulate the drawing, how to improve this drawing, looking for things to change. I'll be designing shadow shapes and how to simplify the whole drawing into simple values that can guide us through the rest of the drawing. I'll be talking about the big form modeling as well as medium and small form modeling. And you can see that all those definitions might sound a little complex, but once you see it happening and you put it into practice, you'll start to see how your drawings get much better. In case you want to join me in the studio and go through the whole process with me, I'm going to erase with a kneaded eraser most of it, because I'm not transferring this to another paper. The reason I'm erasing this is because I don't want to have those dark marks that might be interrupting me in the wrong place as I draw on top of this. I'm gonna go around the head looking for places that I probably mistaken, and I'm gonna be adjusting it, but I'm also gonna be thinking, what value is this? So I'm in the design, I'm focusing only on the outside of the hair, thinking and looking at things like, for instance, in the back here, I thought it was too full of hair, giving me this space here, giving it too much space. So I'm gonna close it here and just follow along there, and here, kind of like what I have here. So I'm just gonna use this. I'm gonna just fill it up with an even tone. I'm not gonna look for too much subtleties for now. The reason I'm not following the form yet is because I want to have just an even tone. I can do all those stuff afterwards. I'm gonna get the brush, and I will use this as almost like a broom or something to push the graphite into the grains of the paper. Even this intricate spaces here have to be clean in value too. So as soon as we decide on the shape, we can just add that nice tone to it. And we're gonna do the same thing with the bottom of the nose. Consider it as a shadow shape that we have to do evenly. Same value as the shadows up here with the other features. So I'm gonna keep that constant. You wanna keep the same inclination of points and angles across every feature. And as soon as we get a shape in, we can fill it in with the value that we were looking for. The light is falling towards the inside here, the middle part here of the face, and it gets darker as it goes to one side and to the other, because that's what happens when light hits a sphere. That way we're gonna have less contrast hitting this part. So before drawing, I'm gonna try to do it just with the brush, bringing in some of the graphite that I had on the hair and bringing it into the face. I'm running out of graphite because there's nothing else to pick up there and I don't want to ruin the value that I created there. So I will increase and add some tone to this, but the same idea. Darker towards the edges. Things that are towards the back are softer normally, and things that are closer to us, like this from here, even from here to here, there's a difference that this part should be nice and sharper than the back part, and that way it feels three-dimensional too. We're kind of looking at it in a different way than photorealists. Photorealists are looking for every little change and every little thing, and they have to be graphic about it. That's why it looks like it has no personality at the end, because once you're copying a machine, a photograph, all you can do is what the photograph is plus your errors. Let's go back to the hair now that it's in context. So I'm gonna get the 2B pencil, which is appropriate for the area of the hair, and redefine a little bit more these planes. There's a highlight up here that gets darker as it goes towards the back. And then we have some nice dark accents around here, overlapping the hair in the back and calling the attention. It gives that organic feeling of the hair. So you don't want to treat everything the same. You can always go back to this same system and refine it as much as possible. But I think for this exercise, we have done a lot for today. All this has to be a game of your mind, looking for things to catch it. It's not about just drawing everything parallel and just looking for a formula to do stuff. You can always tweak it, light it, make it darker, and it's decision making. So I'm helping you go through my system of work so that you can improve your way. There is a longer video with the most useful information about this particular stage. You can find that on my website, CesarSantos.com. You'll find these videos and other videos to choose from. I divided the drawing into 2 stages. The first stage, understanding the planes, that's in another video. In this video, after that structure was set, I was able to simplify the values and give this volume and character. You can take this to a further point. Never stop before you think that there are things to do with it. So I can go back to this and rework it and refine it, but the same principles apply. So let's wrap this video up. 3 pencils are enough, like a dimmer light. The B is for the shadows and the H is bright.